Good morning. Welcome to the briefing this morning. It's August 11th, Saturday. If you would, make sure you've got your cell phones on silent, and if we could, keep sidebar conversations to a minimum. We'll get started this morning with our and weather.
All right, good morning. Incident meteorologist Steve Fano, and pretty wet night overnight. That was the radar representation from 7 a.m. this morning, and you can see a large swath of precipitation pretty much centered right over the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. Some of that rain came through central Texas overnight and produced some pretty decent rainfall totals. These are just a few of the highlights, starting with almost nothing up around where we had fires yesterday, up around Wichita Falls. Almost nothing, but as we head down into the northern part of the hill country into central Texas, we had amounts anywhere from 2 to 4 inches. So some pretty impressive rainfall amounts. And this map on the left here, this represents the radar depiction of how much rain fell. And I kind of highlighted the area and matched it up to where the drought conditions are. And so you can see we actually couldn't have planned that almost any better, falling pretty much right over where the drought conditions are. So that lined up quite nicely. So the highlights for today, we're going to continue to see shower and thunderstorm chances, and the best chances are going to be essentially from the Trans-Pecos all the way up into North Texas and even parts of Northeast Texas. So some areas that didn't see rain yesterday may actually see some rain today, but parts of the Panhandle up into the South Plains, they're going to stay fairly dry. Below normal temperatures look like the rule today for everybody but the Gulf Coast. They're still going to heat up to the 90s into around 100, so got to watch out for that. And looks like we will see a pattern change, although the rain chances will linger with us at least through the weekend. Into early next week, we'll start to see a pattern change. So actually, that's not what I wanted. This is what I wanted. Those are the high temperature forecasts for today, and this is actually quite rare for Texas to see temperatures in mid-August, which is typically the hottest time of the year, actually in the 80s for highs. So, and even some 70s down there where the rain is expected. So quite crazy, but still have 99 down there in the lower Rio Grande Valley. So got to watch out for that. Humidity's quite high. Most areas are over 40% for minimum RHs today. There will be a few exceptions up in the Panhandle. They'll be a little bit closer to 25 to 30%. So those are areas to watch for. The only good thing for today, as far as even in those dry areas, is wind speed should stay fairly light overall. Have to watch South Texas, still may see some gusto over 15 miles per hour, but overall wind speeds are going to be fairly calm, generally less than 15. And there's the best precipitation chances through the day, and you can see it from the Trans-Pecos all the way out into Northeast Texas. Pretty good rain chances with almost no rain chances in the north and the south. And here's the pattern change I was talking about heading into next week. So basically Tuesday we'll still see rain chances Monday. Tuesday will be a bit of a transition day, and then as we head into Wednesday, we start to see this ridge of high pressure build back over the state, and then our little upper level low pressure system that's been responsible for all this rain starts to kick out into the plains. And so what this means for us is we're going to get back to typical heat for Texas in August, which is 90s to around 100. Start to see those RHs drop again. Wind speeds will most likely start to pick up during the daytime hours, and definitely decreasing rain chances. That's all I have. Have a safe day.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. Rich Gray in operations, coming in for Bill Woodyard. If you need to get a hold of me, my phone number's in the IAP as well as the ops desk phone number. Yesterday, somewhat of an active day. We did have a couple of new starts that we worked, one in Clay County that was wrapped up 100%, 30 acres. Another fire in Archer County, the Linderman fire, wrapped up about 80% and 100 acres, and we'll staff that again today with Task Force 12. The fire that was over in Hamilton County, the Five Wheels fire, that's 100% and will not be staffed today. A couple of things for everyone. We've got several new incoming folks today. I'll be transitioning out to the field stations. So when you get out there, make sure they got a good in-brief here. Make sure they get a good local in-brief from overhead and those transitioning crews. Also heard the weather forecast. We've got some scattered rain, good rain in some areas, some scattered rain in others, so IA is still very much potential today, so make sure everybody maintains their SA for that. Good day to get some maintenance done, good day to stay vigilant with the weather and those local conditions. Also seen the pattern change with the look ahead, so we should see activity starting to pick up later in the week. So any questions for Ops? Thank you.
Good morning, John McGee. Safety had a good day yesterday. Not aware of any significant serious accidents or injuries, so commendations to all. Keep up the good work. We just heard the weather. There's weather, whatever kind of weather you want, somewhere in the state. We also heard the operational tempo. We're still having fires. You see the weather, rain's predicted. Don't let that get you leading into complacency, okay? You could get deployed to a fire somewhere. You may be driving long distances to get there. Therefore, driving becomes one of the riskiest things you'll do. You probably all know another firefighter back out west died in a vehicle accident, not on the fire, traveling to and from a fire. So it's still probably the riskiest thing we do on fires is driving. So heads up out there, stay away from those big trucks. Watch the slickness on the roads. Those of you in the staging area, if you're not going to be out on a fire, use your time wisely, okay? Study that medical incident report. Know what to do if one of your crewmates or your partners gets a serious medical injury, okay? Everybody needs to know how to use that form and what the emergency action plan is. It's a good time to do it. You heard Ops, maintain your readiness, keep your situational awareness dialed up. Keep an eye on each other, and we'll all be back again tomorrow.
Good morning, Robert Ford Logistics, and like Ops said, I was going to tell you a little bit about rehab and maintaining your equipment. This is a good time to do that. But if you need assistance finding supplies and things like that, we have our base camp managers and facility folks out in the field. Get with them. They can help you, assist you finding some of the equipment that you may need. Like I said, it gives you a good time to check. You should be doing daily checks on your vehicle anyway, checking your oil and air pressure, and so go through those things. If you do have some requests, get your 213 into those logistic folks out in the field, and they'll get them into us. Y'all have a great day.
Good morning, everyone. It's kind of same message from yesterday. If you have a piece of equipment, you need to break out staging and hours used. Most of your contracts have a different rate for actual hours use, so please do that for us on the shift ticket. And also, if you're a O number attached to a piece of equipment, we need the O number and the E number on the shift ticket. If you do not know your O number and your E number, please call finance and we'll look that up for you. Thanks.
All right, good morning. Don Galloway. We continue to have some moisture. That's a good thing. We're going to take every bit we can wring out of it. We are taking the opportunity to give some of our regular office staff some time off to reset clocks, either off or on callback. So that means for those of you that are on today, we are running at a reduced staffing. So if we do, or what we do have, y'all are going to be more likely to be called. So readiness, preparation, pay attention to those things. The other one is we have a number of transitions taking place this week on our operational resources in the field. We've got incoming and outgoing over the next couple of days. Make sure we do a good job in the transitions. Particularly if you're running at a little reduced activity, sometimes it's a little hard to make sure you get all that information, all the procedures, all the everything passed off. Make sure we do a good job of setting the people behind you up for success as we go forward. And then one short thought for the day, just whether it's dealing with problems or issues or even boredom, just keep in mind, if you'll think back on the folks in the world that you really have respect for, I bet a lot of that respect came from how they handled the challenges and the problems in life. Everybody does good, or most everyone, not everybody, does good on the easy stuff. It's when you have a challenge, when you have a problem, and how you rise to meet that, that a lot of times can buy you a lot of respect. So keep that in mind, go forth, and let's watch our readiness, our conduct, and our transitions. Thank y'all.
All right, that concludes the morning briefing. Be sure and turn your cell phones back on and go out and do great things for the state of Texas. Thank you.